Hello, Lilies, and welcome to Lily University. I am your professor, Christy Cruz. Today, I am coming to you as my latest book character for my newest book. Her name is Lee Airy, the Book Fairy. And she is so much fun because what she does is she goes around the world and she switches books. And so she'll take a book from your friend and she'll put it under your pillow, and she'll take a book from your friend's house and she'll put it under someone else's pillow. And then you wake up in the morning and there's a book under your pillow. And maybe it's from your friend, or maybe it's from the bookstore, maybe it's from someone else. And so it's so much fun to like get this present from this Lee Airy, the Book Fairy character. And so we're having a lot of fun like developing that right now. And how it came about was I'm working with preschoolers right now. And we had this new grant from the PNC Foundation because they love this concept of living libraries, but they said this is too adult for our children who are 2 and 3 years old. And can you design something that can get the little kids not only interested in reading, excited about reading, but ready to be a Lily when it's their turn? So that book that I read to you a couple weeks ago called The Pre-Leaky, that came from this. And this character, Lee Airy, the Book Fairy, is what I wear when I go to the preschools and gift my books to kids. It's been really, really fun. And I have this little book wand, Lee Airy, the Book Fairy on it, see? And then it says read, and then it says read books every day, ABT, ABK, which you guys know means it looks like about a book, but always be truthful, always be kind. And so the reason why I thought it would be appropriate to wear this today is because our topic is youthful. And youthful means young. And you guys are all young, but you're going to come to a point in life where you're going to think that little kid stuff is no longer cool and no longer fun. And I'm telling you, if you do think it's fun to dress up as a book character, even as a 41-year-old, you will have a lot more fun in life. So I don't know if you guys see Grayson, but he's the one going up and down like this. Like this kid, I actually thought about him earlier. I wanted to call him out earlier. Every time I talk to him, he is always having so much fun, even if things are pretty crazy in his life. Like he's so youthful and he has such good energy and he makes life so much fun and he makes me have a fun time when I'm around him. So he's a perfect example, and I saw him doing this. So I just wanted to point that out. So, you know, you can have fun no matter what. As you grow up, don't let yourself become too serious and forget that life is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyed. Always invest in our youth, no matter how old you get. Find the good in them as they found in you, because the youth are our future. And that is why we're doing Lily University, because we're investing in you, the youth of our future, because you guys are going to grow up to run all the businesses and run all the communities, maybe even solve world hunger or cancer or be the president of the United States. But you're going to do that if you don't forget that life is about fun. And so if I told you to go clean your room, well, that's not very fun, right? Is that fun? Thumbs up or thumbs down if that's fun. I don't know. Yeah, thumbs down, right? But what if I said, okay, we're going to make it a game, and whoever cleans up the most things wins and count, or okay, we're going to make it a game. We have 3 minutes to clean this entire room. The room would get clean and it would be very, very fun. You'd have all these endorphins, you'd feel amazing, and you'd have a super clean room. So you can take any task like doing the dishes or taking out the trash and you can make it fun. You really, really can. Okay, so we're gonna read about a little girl who's learning to be a kind, responsible, and respectful Lily, but she's still just a kid at heart. And she's a sweet little kid, and her name is Nanette. So let's see what happens. Let me screen share.
Words and pictures by Mo Williams. Nanette! Today is a day Nanette won't soon forget. Today, in the kitchenette, Mom tells Nanette that Nanette gets to get the baguette.
Hold on, it's too.
Baguettes are warm.
It's too fast.
Baguettes smell wonderful. Getting to get the baguette is Nanette's biggest responsibility yet. Is Nanette set to get the baguette? You bet! But on the way, Nanette Louise Georgette, and Suzette, and Brett with his clarinet. Look, there's Mr. Barnett with his pet Antoinette. Nanette pets Antoinette. Did Nanette forget the baguette? Got to jet! I've got a baguette to get, says Nanette to the quartet. Baker Juliet has met Nanette. She knows it is Nanette's first baguette get. So Juliet gets Nanette the best baguette yet. Nanette, did you get the baguette? You bet!
You need to leave that early to do this. I probably will because I need to change because I was planning on actually wearing what I was wearing. Like I have this and that and the shirts right there. So yeah. Okay.
And there sure is a lot of it. Crack! The baguette is warm. The baguette tastes wonderful. And there still is a lot of it. Crack! The baguette is still warm. The baguette still tastes wonderful. And there still is some of it. Can Nanette stop tasting the baguette? Not yet! Crack, 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 crack! Baguette. Oh no! There is no more baguette. Nanette begins to fret. Will Mom be upset? Will Mom regret she let Nanette get the baguette? Kaboom! Now Nanette is wet. Wet with no baguette. This is as bad as it can get. Nanette wishes Mom had never let Nanette get that baguette. Maybe Nanette will move to Tibet. Tibet is as far away as you can get. Nanette would need a jet. Can Nanette go home instead? Can Nanette face her mom? What will she do? Where is the baguette, Nanette? Asks Mom. Did you forget? Nanette did not forget. Nanette is upset. Nanette is beset with regret. She sweats, I ate the baguette. Oh, sweetie. Mom hugs Nanette. It is warm. It is wonderful. Like a million baguettes. The day's not over yet, Nanette, says Mom. Let's reset. Yes, let's. Baker Juliet is surprised to see Nanette, but not too surprised. Nanette's mom gets another baguette. Now they are all set. Mom, Nanette, and a baguette. The baguette is warm. The baguette smells wonderful. Crack! Mom! Today's the day Nanette won't soon forget.
So the reason why I wanted to show you that is because that was a story about going to get bread from the store, right? So an adult would say, oh, I'm gonna go get bread. And then, be depressed that they had to go do it. And so here's this kid who has so much fun, eats the baguette because she hasn't figured out that you have to actually bring it home because she's still learning what to do, right? But that's okay. The mom's really kind to her because she understands. And so isn't that so interesting how the author Mo Willems, who's the author of the Elephant Piggy series, he was so youthful and so creative and so energetic with his writing and just the fact that he could turn this kind of boring story about going to get bread into something so much fun. And so Mo Willems, who used to work on Sesame Street before he still might actually. He was a writer on Sesame Street and now he has all these amazing books. He's incredible. And he's very, very youthful and just an example of how you can be youthful at any age. And I can promise you Mo Willems has an excellent life and he has a lot of fun because he knows that little secret about being youthful. Okay, so has anybody ever heard, raise your hand if you've heard of this concept called Yes Day? Anybody? Okay, it's called Yes Day. Yes Day is, you can do anything you want on that day, as long as there's a, I saw the movie, as long as it doesn't hurt you, right? Or doesn't put someone else in harm. And then I think you can't go like a certain away from the house, and it can't be like a certain amount of money. They can't be anything too expensive, but there's so many things that you can do during Yes Day. So let's watch about Yes Day. Is my screen sharing still on? Thumbs up. No? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Gotta screen share again. All right, there we go. Okay, so this is called Yes Day.
Today is my favorite day of the year. Yes Day. Just watch, you'll see what I mean. Can I please have pizza for breakfast? Can I use your hair gel? Say cheese. Can I clean my room tomorrow? Later, mess. Can I pick? Can we get ice cream? Can I eat lunch outside? Can we have a food fight? Can we invent our own game? Can I have a piggyback ride? Can Mario come over for dinner? Can we stay up really late? Does this day have to end? Yes, the end of Yes Day. See you again next year.
So as you might have seen Faith mention in the chat, there was a movie made about this. It's really cute. It's on Netflix right now. It's PG. Ask your parents if you have Netflix, if you guys can watch it together. And for the LiQuest, I want you to write what your own Yes Day would look like. So whether or not your mom lets you do Yes Day, that is completely up to her, but I want you to design it. So anything that you want that's not too expensive, you set those limits, right? Because you know what your family likes. Oh, Faith says it has suggestive material. So let your parents look at it first and determine if you can watch it. Anything that's not too far away. And then, anything that would hurt you or someone else, obviously that doesn't go for Yes Day. But there's so many fun things that you can do. And I think not only does it, bring more joy and more youthfulness to your life, but it's what being a kid is all about, right? And then not only do you feel like more like yourself because you're having fun and joy and being youthful, but your parents who are participating with you, they're feeling joy and they're feeling youthful too. So it actually helps out the entire family. So I want you to write what your Yes Day looks like, every single thing. Really think about it. Pretend like you have a magic wand, and within those limits, write what that Yes Day would look like. And then ask your mom, can we have this Yes Day? It doesn't have to be next Saturday. Maybe it's going to be in June sometime, but let me know what she says. And maybe after you have your Yes Day, like check in with me. I'd really like to know how it went and how it made you feel and how you made your family feel, and to see if that makes you feel closer together as a family unit, which my guess is it probably will. And so, the thing about being youthful is that it doesn't matter what your age is. You can always find the fun and the joy in things, which is what, true youth is all about. So like you guys already are youthful, but there's some kids already that are your age, because I know we have kids up to 14 and they're already, kind of giving up, and they're like, oh, you know what, life isn't fun anymore. And you don't have to ever be like that. If you know that no matter how tough your life is and how tough your situation or how tough school might get, you know, school's going to get harder and harder for you. But if you keep making it fun and you keep being youthful and bringing the fun to it, you can absolutely just fly by life in the most magnificent way and just feel like every day is this absolute gift. And so, and life really is a gift. And I think so many people, especially today, they're completely forgetting that. And being youthful really reminds all of us of what really matters in life. And like, I dressed up as my character today because I know it looks kind of silly and I know it was made for preschoolers. But I will never be too old to dress up as Lee Airy the Book Fairy, because that's the kind of attitude that I want to bring to my life and my work and my profession. And this is my profession. What you're seeing me do right now, this is my professional work. I get to work with you to develop our youth, which is the most important thing in the world as far as I'm concerned. And so I cannot wait to hear about your Yes Day. I think that is such a fun, exciting experiment. And I hope that you get to do it. But remember, if your mom says no, that's okay. Maybe next year, right? And maybe you can do it once a year, and maybe you can make it a yearly thing. Wouldn't that be just the coolest? So I can't wait to hear. So I'm going to stop recording right now and answer any questions and take a look at the comments. Oh, remember, next week, very last class, 2-week break, and then we'll have the graduation on June 7th. Somewhere in there, a quiz/exam will be emailed to you. It'll be open book, so you'll get to look for the answers. And then that will kind of determine who gets to graduate. So make sure you get your assignments in too if you haven't already. Bye.